Welcome to this video guide on entering the European Union with just an ID card, especially for dual citizens looking for a smooth travel experience. In this video, we will cover everything you need to know about traveling with an ID card instead of a passport. Let's begin with a brief agenda of what's to come. We will first understand the basics of using an ID card for travel, then delve into the specific rules and regulations. Finally, we will go over some critical advice and considerations to ensure you have a smooth journey. To start with, it's important to know the basic distinction between using an ID card versus a passport. As a citizen of an EU member state, you have the right to enter the EU, which is usually confirmed by presenting either a valid ID card or passport. However, this process becomes a bit more complex when coming from a non-EU country. Next, let's talk about the rules governing entry into the EU. EU law generally permits EU citizens to enter the EU using only their national ID card. However, airlines may have their own requirements, which usually include checking and verifying your identity. This is important, as airlines often require a passport for international flights, even for EU citizens, to ensure there's no hassle in verifying identity when departing from a non-EU country. Once at the EU border, officials should generally allow entry if you present a valid EU ID card. However, note that a driver's license is not sufficient for this purpose. Now let's see if you can answer a quick quiz question. What document is typically sufficient for EU citizens to enter the EU from a non-EU country? Is it a driver's license, an EU ID card, or a library card? Feel free to pause the video to think about your answer. We will discuss the correct answer shortly. The correct answer is an EU ID card. An EU ID card is the correct document that suffices for entry, according to EU law. Here are some key pieces of advice to navigate these rules better. First, always check the specific airline's requirements before your flight, as their own terms and conditions might influence whether a passport is necessary. It's advisable to carry both your passport and ID card to avoid difficulties. If you intend to rely solely on your ID card, be prepared for potential challenges at the airline or during boarding, as some airlines might not refund or compensate for denied boarding. In summary, even though EU law supports entering the EU with an ID card, airlines might still prefer a passport. We recommend carrying both your passport and ID card for smoother travel, especially if you're traveling from outside the EU. Thank you so much for joining us. We hope this guide will help you with your travels. Can't wait to hear your thoughts in the comments below, and please like, share, and subscribe for more insightful videos. Safe travels!